Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 59 of Chris Latinas. This is a knitting and cozy mystery podcast. If you're here just for the cozy mysteries, you can look at the down bar to tell you the timestamp of where to forward to is usually at the end of the episode. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you know when new content comes in this channel, and I hope you're all having a happy new year. I am sorry about my voice. I've been sick with my whole entire family for the last 3-4 weeks, and apparently after you have bronchitis and the flu, you get this like raspy voice. Hopefully it will go right way soon. So I'm so sorry about that. And I am now filming in my den, which is I turned into a complete craft room. My husband is not too happy about that. But I basically had yarn behind the couch. The couch was on that side of the wall. And I had like bins behind the couch and I could never find anything. So I've had my eye on these IKEA cabinets for so long. And then this Thanksgiving, they had free shipping. So I was like, yes, because I couldn't figure out how to get them in the house because I figured they were heavy, and they were really heavy, even though they came in like 3 boxes each cabinet. But I was so happy that I got them in here. I put them together. I rearranged the whole entire room. My dog was not too happy. Shadow does not like change, apparently. So he's been acting up a little bit. But I have yarn cabinets finally. And I fit, I'm going to say like 90% of my yarn in these cabinets. I just have a few, like I have 2 bog bags full of sweater quantities I couldn't fit in there. And then what was my yarn cabinets, I have my project bags in there. So I had like 5 or 6 bins behind there, and then about 3 or, no, I'm going to say like 6 baskets. So I got down to 2 baskets, the 2 yarn cabinets. So that's not that bad. And then I have 1 bin of fabric and then 1 bin of scraps. I don't know what to do with. It's in the dining room right now, and it's really big bins. So I don't know, because that's basically, I got rid of all those baskets by putting in the scraps. I have nowhere to hide this now because I moved the couch. So it's very interesting, but I will do a video later to really get into detail. But you can see over here is my sweater quantity, my DK, and my worsted weight. And then the second cabinet is on that wall, and that pretty much has all my fingerling weight yarn. Apparently I have a lot of fingerling weight yarn. When I first started knitting, I was addicted to it. That's all I used to buy. So now I'm starting to do sweaters and everything. But I think I could fit, by the end of the year, I think the 2 bog bags will be gone. I'm hoping. And I have everything in the cabinets, and it will look more like a living room. But yet the yarn is still there. So people, when they walk in, they're like, that's a lot of yarn. I hate when people say that. They make comments all the time because I had yarn everywhere. So now it's all behind glass doors, so you can still see it, but it's not in your face. And I can see what I have and can grab things. And while I was doing this, I got so much inspiration I'm so inspired to like cast on everything. I'm in trouble because I have done my WIP total for the end of the year. I am so bad. Like last year I was very depressed, so I didn't really knit too much, and it showed with my FO count, and it was very ridiculous. I definitely didn't design. And I have got, not only because I changed this room around, but because of my last pattern that I only did 3 patterns last year. And the Advent pattern, I was just like, oh, I usually do well with my Advents. So I was like, oh, let me just do that one, force myself to do it. I am so glad I did. Thank you so much to anyone that has bought it. I will show it to you in a minute, but it's like renewed everything because people have finally bought my patterns. That made me so happy. So thank you for purchasing them. Gotta stop crying. And I have renewed my sense to knit, my sense to design. I've found all the yarn, so now I want to cast on everything, but I got to get rid of these whips. Some of them are designs that I started doing and then I had to focus on something else and stopped. So right now I have 35 whips cast on. Oh, in the beginning of the year I had 34. I cast on another, no, 33. I cast on another 2. I was bad, but I needed them. And then for bags that just have yarn in it, I have 12 now. So I got that down because last year I started with 43 whips, and then I had 21 bags. So I did get the numbers down, but I would love to get into like the teens because right now, as I said, I remodeled everything. I had these 2 baskets over there, all picks yarn, and it was a mess. It was a mound of crap just thrown. And now those 2 baskets I have emptied into this cabinet, And over there, I have a basket underneath the end table that has all the bags of yarn that I want to cast on with some whips. And then over here where I can actually see what I have is the whips that I want to work on. And that's really helping me want to work on things. I can see what I have. Another thing I have realized I wanted to do is, thanks to Chelsea Yarns, I watched her Advent this year. Oh my God, she is so funny. I love her yarn. I've got to definitely start purchasing her yarn because I think I have maybe 3 skeins, but her yarn is so my aesthetic. I love it. And I was enjoying her thing, but she like does a lot of artsy stuff, and she has a lot of planners. And then she was saying something else. She writes like everything in the planner. So I was like, why don't I try this out? So I bought a planner, and this one has the month, and then it goes to, I'm not going to show you what I did because I did not knit. I already broke my thing. The weeks. So what I want to do is maybe in the calendar, write down during the months the whips I want to work on most that I have in that basket. So I'll say I want Desert Rose socks. No, not Desert Road mitts. I'm on now. And the boy sweater. And I put that in. Then I'll go to the day and say, okay, this day we're focusing on this. This day we're focusing on that. And hopefully that will help me finish some of these things. I'm going to see how it goes. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much going on and I get so distracted. I mean, today, this is how bad my house is. I'm not kidding you. I went to make a cup of coffee. Simple, right? As I'm about to make the coffee, my husband's like, I need your phone. I need it for work. I don't know where my phone has to get charged. I need your phone. I literally stopped making the coffee to go give him the phone, not realizing I pressed the button. I didn't put the cup in there. Yeah, coffee went all over the place. That's how distracting this house is. Like, I can't move a second without someone saying, you got to do this for me. You got to do that for me. It's a nightmare. In fact, this is the second time I filmed this video because I got distracted yesterday and then the lighting was coming in wrong and I moved. It was just a big, big mess. So I need something to help me focus on what I want as opposed to what everyone else wants. That's my big problem. I'm always trying to help everyone. I mean, I take care of my mother, 2 kids. I now have 2 dogs. That was another reason why I stopped knitting a lot last year, trying to get the dogs trained. I have a fish and my husband. So I'm constantly being pulled in every which way. And I think this year I just want to focus on trying to get my business back onto track, trying to get creative again. And that's what this year is going to be about. Because last year's stats, it's not pretty, people. It was not pretty. The year before, I knit 46 projects. No, 42 projects. The year before that, I did 46. This year, I only knit 21 things. I knit 3 hats, 2 shawls, 1 scarf, 5 sweaters, 5 socks, 2 bags, 2 cowls, and 1 blanket. And shawls, especially 2? Seriously? I am the shawl girl. I knit 12 shawls a year. How did I only knit 2? Even socks. I designed socks. I only knit 5. And 2 of them were my design. And then 3 of them were vanilla socks. It's like, seriously? And I don't usually do vanilla socks. I've just been doing it lately because when I go out with the kids, I see something I don't have to think on. So that's why I've been casting that on. But it was just like, really? That's it I made? I did do some miscellaneous. So like pot holders, ornaments, dishcloths. You know, I did like 9 dishcloths and I did 21 miscellaneous. So I'm going to say that's ornaments and like these little chair cozies I made. But I don't really count them as projects. They literally are finished within a day, not even. So I did 30 of those, but still, it's just like the year before I did for little things 12. Like, what the heck? I don't know what's going on. So I think this year I'm really focusing. I also only did 3 Helen Stewart patterns, which I love Helen Stewart. And usually, again, my handwriting's atrocious, but Helen Stewart I put over here, and then I put all the other things over here. So this year I only did 3. I did the Ice River Snood and Ice River Hat, which I did in the beginning of the year. And then I did the Noelle Scarflet, like right before I got sick, which, by the way, fabulous pattern. Takes like 3 days to knit. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. I loved it. I highly recommend it. But that's not normal for me to knit. I really did not knit. I mean, yeah, I did 5 sweaters, but I feel like some of them were left over from last year, so I really didn't knit too much on them. But I don't know. I'm hoping this year will be a lot better for that, and I hope this journal will help a lot. We're really hoping for that. So that's it for my stats right now and my plans. Basically my New Year's plans for knitting is design more, get rid of these whips, and to cast on the stash so I can get all the yarn behind the cabinets. That is it. And organize stuff. And I have a low slight problem. My kid, my oldest son had a project, so I bought watercolor paints for him to do the project, and I was trying to teach him watercolor. So while I was teaching him how to do watercolors, I ended up liking it, and then the kids ended up liking it. So now I think we're going to get into painting too. Like, I need another craft, and I've had jewelry crafting I've been wanting to do. So hopefully you'll see some watercolor on this channel. You'll see some jewelry making, like weaving. My whole thing is, my name of this channel was Crystal T Knits. Why was it Crystal T Knits? My name's not Crystal, even though I kind of like, people are starting to call me that, which I love it. So call me Crystal. I love that name better than Tara. But it was because I used to make crystal jewelry, and I love tea, and I love knitting. This was before I started designing. I had this name on Instagram. So I used to make just plain beaded crystal jewelry. My friend Kristen started actually weaving, and I remember going to a Renaissance fair, and I had this one earring, and I bought it, and I was like, oh my God, I got to figure out how to make this. Never figured out. It's weaving. It is weaving, because I've watched what she's done, and I'm like, that's how you do it. So now I bought a couple of kits, so I'm going to teach myself how to do that when I have more brain space. Hopefully that'll happen soon. But yeah, so you're going to see a lot of different artsy stuff hopefully coming soon to this channel. Keeping my fingers crossed. I just really feel like I need more crafting. Last year, I was just, nothing happened. Maybe even do some needlepoint again. I haven't done that in years. So, and that would be nice to get rid of some of that, because I have a little bit thrown around. I've just really, organizing has helped so much. I'm a very organized person. My rest of my family is not. And because all their stuff is everywhere, I never had a space for my stuff. So I used to just throw it because I didn't have time. So now that everything's in its spot, I could see it. I know what I want to do. Hopefully this will help. But let me get back to the knitting. So this is actually, I just designed this at the end of last year. I'm very excited about this. They will be released hopefully next week, as long as no one does something to me that I end up having to postpone. But this is a relaxing night at home socks. And it is a textured pattern. It is made out of Yarnable. I forgot the name of this. Oh, Here We Grow Again. It was the March 2024. That's the other thing. I literally have an entire shelf of Yarnable yarn and an entire shelf of Woolen Vine yarn. I gotta start using this yarn. So I designed this. It's a nice textured pattern. Let me see if I can lighten this a little bit. This tablet's driving me crazy. And my kids broke my tripod and they broke my light. I got a new tripod. I thought the light could fit on this. I found their light. I took their light. And of course it doesn't fit on this, so I need another tripod. I have to find my other one. But it's a nice, beautiful, easy, simple texture pattern. You don't have to think. It's great for late night knitting. I loved it. And my test knitter, she's like, oh, I'm not going to have it done until probably the end of January. She finished hers before me. That's how fast this knits up. So it's beautiful. I loved it. All my socks are knit on US 1 3.25, I think. Oh no, 2.35, right? No. Oh my God. I've had a day already. Don't ask. US. Okay. I'll look that up. But it's US 1. All right. So this will be out next week. And my next one is something I made for my son, Justin. I had some yarn left over. Sorry, as I said, I filmed this before, and then I looked at it because the light was coming in through here, and I had to move. It was just a big mess, so I was like, let me just refilm. So everything's just thrown in the whip box. I mean, the FO box, which I found this. I got so excited. I have some FOs from the beginning of the year that I didn't show you guys. I'm going to show you in 1 minute, but I'm so excited because I found them, and I can wear them now. Yay. So this is leftover yarn from my game day socks, another pattern I will be releasing hopefully soon. I have not taken pictures because I want my vision of the photos would be at a baseball field, and I did not take them. Don't ask. It was an insane year. So this is the Lisa socks from Knit Picks Felici, and then this is Electric Blue from Stroll Felici. And I made 2 of them. Sorry if they're a little dirty. Justin already wore them right before we got sick, and he threw them in the wash, and I did not do the wash. My husband did, and they went in the dryer. They still fit him. I might try wet blocking it. Maybe I usually don't block my socks, but I'm thinking about wet blocking it just to stretch it out a little bit more. What's weird is he has the same foot as I do for socks. I don't understand it because he's a size like 3 or 4 in kids. I'm a size 8.5 in women. And when I knit a sock for him, 70 rounds fits his foot and 56 stitches. I don't understand it. I don't know. Maybe he's not putting them on right. I don't know. But hey, worst comes to worst, he has them for a long time. As long as we don't ruin them. So I got that sock. Then this is another one. This, oh my God, this yarn. I hope to God Knit Picks brings this back. It is gorgeous. It is called Knit Picks Felicini. And what I like about, of course, I'm having problems getting this on here. But what I like, it's the small striping because the Felici, the striping is a little bit larger than normal self-striping. Normal self-striping, I would say, is like 4 rounds, maybe 6. This is like 8 or 10 rounds per color. And then this one is like 2 rounds per color. Look how beautiful that is. So this is the Bowling Alley colorway in the Felicini and the pucker in the Stroll. I love knitting this. This was a vanilla sock I did. It's so much fun. I am lucky that I bought quite a few skeins of this, and 1 ball of this makes 2 socks because I have a lot left over after making this. So maybe Justin will get another pair. Maybe I'll make myself another because I love this colorway so much. It is so much fun to knit up because it goes so fast because of all the stripes. And I can't say enough about it. Then the other one I knit, this is called Sunny Game Day socks from, again, Felicini in Knit Picks. And, oh God, I'm telling you, every colorway I got from them was gold. Look how pretty that. I don't know why. I'm not a yellow person, but I love yellow and light blue. Look how beautiful that is. And then this is Stroll Wonderland Heather. So that one. And then this one. So, got 2. And now I can start wearing them. Very exciting. Okay, and that is it of the socks. Now I will show you the last FO I had from last year that I forgot to show you last episode. Again, I didn't film for a long time. And this one was a labor of love. I saw this shawl on Crazy Sock Lady because I was looking at the earlier episodes. I fell in love with it. It's called the Country Song Shawl by Gabrielle Venzina. And I started this in January 2024. I finished this in April 2025. I cast this on, I would say, about 4 or 5 times. It's a very easy shawl. Tragedy just kept happening. It got caught in a door one time, fell off my needles. When I first started knitting it, it asked for like a size 3 needle. I knit on US 4 3.5 millimeter. And, oh wait, 3.5 mil. So it's 2.25 for a size 1 needle. There you go. That's why I didn't knit my socks on. So I went up a needle. The dogs pulled it off the needle at one point. I forgot what else happened. It just, everything happened to this shawl. And it was sad because it all happened in the stockinette section. It was like nuts. I couldn't get past it. I was knitting it forever. And once I got to the lace, it was like 2 seconds. Oh, and also this is Wool and Vine Yarns and the Sugar Plum Fairy colorway. Oh my God. It is like my favorite colorway. You can't really see. It's very dull, the lighting, but it's this gorgeous mauve. It's just mauve, green speckles, dark mauve, light mauve. It's just the most beautiful colorway. I've been driving her crazy to see if she can recreate this because this was like one of those once in a lifetime ones that she made, Strange Brews, I think she calls them. And I bought, luckily, 2 skeins of this in Norway. That's what this base one was. Then I had one in Blitz, and I think I have one more maybe. I don't know. I would love a sweater in this. That is what I would just love. But look at that lace. It's so beautiful. I just love it. And I could finally wear it. It's been in this bin hiding for the last year almost. So I'm excited to finally wear this. It's such a beautiful pattern. I highly recommend it. Just don't get it caught indoors. And I would go up a needle size. US 3 was really tight for some reason when I was knitting on this. I don't know. All right, my next one I'll show you is in Wool&Vine Yarns, the Wool&Vine number 9. It's the Helen Stewart pattern, the Noelle Scarflet. I loved this. Am I showing the backwards? I'm showing the back. This is the front. It's in DK, in her Smitten DK base. It is beautiful. It's a US 4. What is the millimeter? I'm not good at remembering millimeters. I am so sorry. Oh, US 4, 3.5 millimeter again. I use straight needles to knit this. So everyone's obsessed with the Sophie scarf. I don't really like it, just plain garter. I mean, I guess it's fun to knit because it's just garter stitch back and forth, but it looks very blah to me. And I'm not a fan of petite knits. I think she's very designs the same thing over and over again. Maybe just makes one little change. I'm not a fan. I don't get it. So when Helen Stewart made this, and my friends were all talking about casting on the Sophie scarf, I was like, I really don't want to knit that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to knit the Helen Stewart version. And I am so glad I did. Again, 3 days to knit, so fast. It was so much fun to knit, and there's a little bit of lace, and I love wearing this. Like, here, put it like that, and then there. It is so pretty. I know Homespun House, she knit another thing. Like it was, I forgot the name of the pattern, but it had like ridges on it. She's doing Sophie scarf too. And then I found another one that's lace. So I already have yarn in a bag that I think I'm going to cast on for a lace one. I have a little problem though. It's probably going to be mauve again because I don't have a lot of DK weight yarn. Like at least like single skeins. I have sweater quantity. And I'm not going to take a skein from that to do that because I want to make a sweater out of it. So I might have to purchase some. I don't know. I've been so good lately. I have not, like the last 2 or 3 years, I have not purchased really too many single skeins. I've either bought sweater quantities, I didn't really have too many, or I would buy advent calendars. You know, I really did not buy too much. So, like, I think I could just buy some DK just to have it in stash so I can make hats and gloves and scarflets. But I'm definitely going to cast another one of these on. I'm very liked that a lot. Okay. This is my pattern. This is the one I am so excited about. And it came out so gorgeous. And thank you again so much if you bought this pattern. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. This is the stained glass Advent wrap and blanket. So for the wrap, you only need 10 grams per color. For the blanket, you need 20 grams per color. And the blanket, you need 2 main skeins. For the wrap, you need 1 main skein of fingerling weight yarn. And basically it's 6 panels. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of different chevron designs. So you can see I made 6, how am I going to do this? Let me see. 6 different chevron panels, and you repeat them 4 times. I used Moonglow Yarns Advent Calendar. I want to say it's 2002 or 2003. I've had this in my stash for a long time. I was going to make a sweater out of this. And then, as I said, last minute, I was like, let me cast on a pattern. Let me see what happens. I said, I never did a wrap. Let me try a wrap. Again, I don't know if it's because chevron, Moonglow yarn. I don't. Oh, and the black is Wool&Vine yarn in her Grim base. I had that in my stash. I just picked it up. And that's why I'm called stained glass, because it looks like stained glass in the church windows. But I was just in shock. how popular this was. And it was such an easy design, just came out the top of my head. And it's a beautiful, beautiful wrap. I'm definitely going to design more wraps because I had another shawl I wanted to design. And I was going to do as a v-neck, but I think I'm going to do as a wrap. But it comes out so pretty. And I want to knit the blanket version. Because I wish I would have knit the blanket. I didn't have enough time to do it. And it was last minute. I was like, you know what? I have so much yarn left over. I think if I fooled around with the stitch count, I could get a blanket. One of my test knitters did do the blanket, and another customer made a blanket. It was gorgeous, her blanket. Oh my God, it was all these pastel colors. She did white instead of black as the main color. It was gorgeous. But I definitely want to cast on the blanket, but I wish I would have done it with this because this yarn is so beautiful. I just loved this fade. It's just the most gorgeous fade ever. Check out Moonglow yarn. It's just beautiful yarn. And Vine yarn, which I've always been obsessed with Vine yarn. I'm like, as I said, I have an entire shelf of Vine yarn. She was my first dyer that I was obsessed with, and I'd be like gambling because her updates used to be so hard to get a yarn. So it was like, oh my God, it's 7 o'clock. Go on there. Can I get it? And I'd be like trying to get like more than one skein, which was like physically impossible. And I have so much because of that. But it was like an addiction. It came out so nice. And it is a little wide, so I could use it as a blanket. It's definitely long enough to be a blanket, the wrap. But I think I'm going to make it. Maybe I'll make it in pastels with the white, because I said I really liked how that girl made it. It was so beautiful. All right. My last FO I did was, as I said, I made some ornaments. Now, she's not on Ravelry. I'm not sure what her name was. I did buy the patterns off of Etsy. But it was like one of those blog post things. I don't understand why a lot of crocheters have these blog post things. It just stresses me out when they do that. And then you can get the pattern free, or you could pay for it. I did pay for it. And I hate paying for patterns on Etsy because then you got to download it, and then it gives you a hard time to download. This time it didn't. I forgot what her name was. But she made these little Christmas trees. So I used big twist yarn in the Trinkle base in navy, white, gray, and pastel pink. Now in the pattern, it originally said do dishcloth yarn. I already bought this yarn. I was afraid it was a little too big, but I put it on my tree. They're beautiful on the tree. And I made them as gifts for my knit group. I was going to make them for teacher gifts, but then we got sick. And I never made the teacher gifts. Which it felt weird not to give the teachers something. I might give some, well, Nikki has so many teachers now. It's just insane. So I was going to stop doing his anyways. I was just going to do the main teacher. But now, Justin's, I do want to give her something. So I have to still maybe make something for her. I don't know. Or maybe I'll buy something. I don't know. But I made these as gifts and everything. They're so easy. It basically makes like a half circle. And then the way you twist it will make the tree. And then this is out of Knit Picks Dishy in the blush colorway with white. I do want to make more of these in like lavender and light blue. I think that'd be really pretty to put on the tree. And I made a Stephen West wrap a long time ago before I knew about knitting really. It was like one of my first projects I ever knit. It was the boardwalk wrap. And I went to a yarn store and I had this beautiful pastel marble like yarn. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And I knit on it and it was cotton. Yeah. Heavy as all hell. It was worsted weight yarn. I think I need a DK for the stupid shawl. It was massive. I didn't even finish the pattern because it was so big. I never wore the pattern. And I have some yarn left over. And I think that would make really pretty. It was like, no, heathered. It was more like heathered yarn. So it's like blue, pink, no, gray, pink, green, and purple I think I had. I don't have the blue or the gray one. I don't know if it's blue or gray, but I have the pink, purple, and green. So maybe I'll put that with the white and make a few trees too, maybe for next year. I don't know. But I did enjoy making these a lot. As I said, I made like, I don't know how many. I'm going to say maybe 20 of these I made. I gave them out as gifts and everything. So I made a lot of that. Oh, I got one more FO. Oh, no, 2 more FOs. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm going to put these down here. So I made this for my husband for Christmas. It is the Edward Creek hat by Erica Sufka. It's from Knit Picks Brava Tweed in the elderberry colorway. This was a really quick knit. even though it's cables, I'm not a cable. I love the look of cables. I don't like doing cables. So usually like in my pattern, especially you see like 1 or 2 cables because I just don't like doing them. This had a lot of cables. This over here, you had like 4 different cables and then you had the big cable. So it was a lot and you're doing a cable like every other row. So you never got a break from it. But it knit up really fast. I did it in worsted weight. The pattern called for DK. Again, don't have DK. And if I do, it's in girly colors. So I did it in the worsted weight yarn, but it came out beautiful. And he's happy. He's wearing it. I made the largest size. Now my last pen, let me put all my FOs over here in this basket. And I'll put them away later. Sorry about that. Okay. Ooh. Sorry. Sorry, my stomach. My last one. All right. I showed you this one last podcast, I think it was. This is the market bag I designed. I'm not sure if I'm going to post the pattern. I might post it. If you want the pattern, let me know, and then I'll work on posting it. I know what the stitch count was and everything. I know what ended up being. I know everything for this. And it was a quick thing, but I'm not a crocheter, and I don't know what's been going on with my crochet. It's like, you know, when you do the slip stitch and then you do the chain in the beginning of the round, at the end of the round. I don't know what's going on with me lately, but I have been making this go up like that. The line is not straight. It goes like that. In fact, I'll show you in a minute a pattern that I had to pull out because I knit an entire bag like that and didn't realize it was doing that. And I was finished with the bag, and then I saw the line go up the side, and I'm like, so that's why I have the stitch count. I know everyone else would crochet it properly. Because I do that, I was very like reluctant to do that, but I know the stitch count will work. It was just me. It's me as a crocheter. I got to work on that. My friend Katie does it a lot. Maybe I'll ask her questions of like, what am I doing that I get that thing? I don't know if I have to crochet in that thing or not crochet, or maybe I was going in and out. Like sometimes I did it, sometimes I didn't do it. I even was putting a stitch marker in the bag and it still made that, I don't know. But it was basically 2 different textures over here, alternating yarn, and ash and herb garden from Dishy. Then I put a nice little fan pattern, and then I put the straps. And then I did, this is the one I just finished, in white and Dream House and Dishy. It came out to be a good size. And I think another thing was when you're crocheting it, you're like, what is this? It looks really weird. And then as soon as you put the straps on, it comes out so nice. So again, if you would be interested in a pattern, let me know, because then I will put the effort in and write this up, because it's not just a simple single crochet or thing. I did a little bit more to make this textured pattern. So let me know if you're interested in. But I'm excited to start using these, and I'm going to put them in my car soon. They were sitting in the dining room. Oh, the dining room. It's a mess right now. Being sick for a month. And then Christmas, I can't wait to put it, now that the 3 Kings Day, I think it's called, is done. I'm not the most religious person. I could put away the Christmas stuff and everything. I can't wait to get the house in order. It's driving me nuts. Unfortunately, I have Legos there because my son did not finish his Legos. But let me show you the bag I was telling you about. So this is the Rhythm Tote by Kathleen Burlew. I'm using Knit Picks Curio in Eggplant and Comfy, which, by the way, Knit Picks, bring back Comfy. I don't understand why you discontinued these colorways. Every mauve color they have gotten rid of. I missed mauve. So I basically had this bag completely done. Completely. And I ripped it back to where the eggplant started. Basically the base of the bag. So what am I doing now is when I hit the solid color, the next stripe, I'm just going round in circles. Forget the join. I'm just going round and round and round. Then 2 rows from where you're going to do the stripe when you change the color. That's when I'm going to do the little chain, slip stitch, and then chain to avoid that mistake I keep doing. Plus, then it gets rid of that big line. I thought of this because my son wants a wobble, and I bought a couple of kits from Minecraft from them. I'm not a stuffy person. Those things are never going to be finished. I made like a warden like to that, and I never finished it. It's just, I think I've put a horn on or something. I'm just not a crocheter for stuffies. I just can't. So the one thing they did do, what I didn't like though, was the way that you saw the jog when you changed colors, but they just go round and round and round. So I was like, let me try that with this bag. So far, it's working. It's much more enjoyable to crochet, less stress. And hopefully when I do the next color, I will not have the jog. I didn't have it over here. We will see what happens. But I do have a stitch marker to tell me this is where the one stitch should be. We'll see. And I am using a crochet hook, 3mm. And this is a bag that I got from Helen Stewart when she first started doing Knit Fin. I don't even know who the bag, I think, wait, is the bag maker in here? Yeah, the bag maker was in here. Louis Lay. So I don't know if they still make bags. I don't know if they ever made them to sell. But I've had this for years. So I've been keeping it on my end. I'm under my coffee table. I have a coffee table now. It's not just holding whips. It's a real coffee table. So excited about this room. So I got that one. Now this one is a sock I cast on for Justin. This is by Katie Did Bags, my friend Katie's. So go check her out. And I have in here this month's Yarnable colorway, which is Chaos Coordinator. I am, again, using a US 1 2.25mm. That's the needle. Just took me a while to crochet it. I'm going to say this is Simply Serving, which, by the way, she's no longer making charms. Instagram sucks. Like, I don't know. I have not seen any knitting content on my channel. I know no one was seeing. That's another reason why I was so depressed. Like, no one was seeing my stuff, so why bother post it? So please come like my stuff so that Instagram will show it, and hopefully the 5 hashtags will work. But, like, I didn't know she stopped making stuff. So it's not just me. It's everyone feeling this problem going. Because I noticed a lot of makers that I liked. I haven't seen their content. And then when I find it, they close shop. So it's not just me. It's something to do with Instagram. They're not just... I keep getting crap that I don't care about on there. I hate it. I really hate it. So, but I'm just doing a vanilla sock. He literally saw this come in and stole it. And he stole everything to go with the Yarnable subscription. So I have, it was like camping, I think. So there's a lot of campfire pen, pin, keychain. Gone. Bye. I don't know where it is. It's now Justin's, apparently. And he claimed this yarn. So I was hoping he was going to want me to do a black cuff, heel, and toe. He did not. I'm hoping if I make a short leg, I'll have enough yarn to maybe make a sock out of for me. Cause I'm not really a red person or a black person, but I'm really liking the combination. And I like that it's cherry red. So I've only done the cuff pretty much on a couple rows of stockinette. This is basically knitting that I'm doing in the car waiting for them to come out of school. Because, oh my God, Justin's school is no joke. Half an hour wait. It's a nightmare. I hate it. I hate it so much. And the crazy moms are standing out there. And they're happy standing in the ice cold. And I'm like, you're out of your goddamn minds. I can't deal with this. And last couple of days, even though I'm there for a half an hour, I'm sitting in the car. I don't care. And then when I see the doors open, then I go out. Even though I have to wait online to sign him out because the crazy women are standing there from 2 o'clock. He gets out at 3:30. No, not 2 o'clock. I'm going to say they get there around 2:45. Because I get there around 3:10. And I'm like, because I come from my other son's school. What the heck? Like, what is wrong with people? It's the only time they socialize. I don't know. So it's really weird. Very weird. I can't deal with it. I don't have patience for the nonsense. My next project, I just cast this on too because I found the bag. So basically last year I made the Love Story cowl. Love it. I contacted Whitney. It was her yarn, Moonglow Yarns. And I asked her, are you coming out? Because I know the Valentine's update is coming out. Do you have just the single skein in DK? But I said, I got a lot of the color. I have very little of the main color. I would like to create a hat and mitt to match the cowl because I love it so much. Again, not a brown person, but just the way she picks colors is phenomenal. So I did buy, basically when I bought the thing about 3 or 4 years ago, I bought 2 sock sets, one to design with, one to make the Love Story socks by the Crazy Sock Lady, and one to make the DK set was to make the cow. And I had so much yarn left over. That's why I'm going to make the mitts and the hat. I am not publishing that because that is her pattern, but I'm just going to adapt it so I get the whole set. Because I love hat, glove, and scarf or cowl sets. I love them, or shawls. But here is the yarn. Oh, and this is utterly adorable. Another one, I think, closed. What the hell? I used to love her bags. This is my favorite bag for Valentine's. Well, it's one of my favorite bags, period. In fact, I loved it so much, I ended up buying a larger size. And luckily, this fabric is on the back of it. It's a different fabric with the sheep in the front. And I think he's like a Cupid sheep. But I just love this bag so much. I wish it was bigger so I could put shawls in it. And that's why I bought the other one. So I have that with for the hat in there. Because it just reminds me of Valentine's Day chocolates. It's so pretty. So this is the sock set. And this is Simpling Serving again. I am so sad that she is gone. I mean, again, I haven't really been buying things. But just like I can't buy from her anymore. I'm so depressed. I bought so much from her a few years ago. Like I was crazy. Every minute I was buying stuff. But I did I've got to the heel now. So now I got this. I'm a little worried about this one because of basically you're going to repeat this pattern. And my foot, I think, is smaller than hers. So I usually use 70 rows in my foot. And I forgot how much it was. But I think it's going to be a lot bigger. So what I'm going to do is try not to, when you do the toe, you do skip, knit to the end of the row, knit two together, end of the needle, and then you knit a row. I'm not going to do the knit a row maybe to compensate for the length and just do a rapid decrease toe. I don't know if that's going to work. We will see. But I do want to keep her pattern going because it's so pretty. I mean, I could maybe just do 1, 1, 1, but I think I come short number 1. Well, I guess I could add this in, but I really just liked the way she did. And then she did single color where the toe hits. The heel hits, because then you got that. So I don't know. We will see what I end up doing. I hope it fits, because I really want this sock. It's been sitting in this bag for so long. And then I'll probably design something next year with the other socks that I have of hers. So that's that. This one is the boy sweater from Lisa K. Murray, Bravo worsted wine, and I used US 8 for the body, 5mm, and then for the pattern part, let me show you. Here's the pattern part. Pattern part, you actually go up a needle, 2 needles sizes. So it's a US 10, 6mm. This would have been done. I'm sad because I was all like, let's finish this. And I was knitting it, and I hate knitting for other people because I don't know what size. I keep trying on. My kid wants to kill me because I keep asking him, please try it on, please try it on. I want to make it big so it'll last a few years. It fits Nikki, who is 11, almost 12. So width-wise, and my son, Justin, is like, he's very thin, but he's very, very tall for an 8-year-old. Oh, he's 7 years old. He's going to be 8 in 2 months. No, 1 month. So I want to make it big. So I'm trying to make it fit Nikki so it fits Justin. And he doesn't look, boys can wear baggy stuff. So I did the sleeve. The sleeve is fine. I wanted to make another inch because when I put on Nikki, you can see the length was it needed to be a little bit longer. So now I'm going to take it out probably from here to here and re-knit it. And then I did the math and everything. I was going to do this. And then something happened. I got distracted. I never finished it. But I have knit this sleeve about 3 times, I think I would say. I just want to be done. I just want to be done. When I made the sweater for my friend's baby, it was so simple. Boom, it was done. I don't know. So hopefully I will get that done soon because it's literally just like that much on both sleeves. I don't know. My next one, in my Jolie Co bag, this thing fits so much. It's 2 sweaters right now. This is the Wild Horse Cardigan by Where are you? Where are you? Oh, Jessica McDonald. It's Knit Picks Brava 500 in the peacock colorway. It was discontinued. I bought like 4 skeins of this. These skeins are massive. Like, I don't know where to put the 4 skeins. The other 3 skeins, they're right over there. I think I need like 1.5 to knit the sweater. I don't know. It might have be more. Maybe it'll be all 2 because the collar is very like flourishing in this one. But this is still 1 skein. I knit all this in 1 skein. I'm like almost at the bottom of it. So last time I showed you, do I have where I was? Yes, I did. Okay. So I was right here. I knit all this. And again, simply serving. And yeah, I love this detail. Look at that detail. Look how beautiful that is. I love that in the raglan. It's so pretty. I cannot wait to wear this. I am going to focus on this once I finish the boy sweater and 2 other sweaters. That's my goal. I really want to wear this so badly. But I'm like so close to finishing 3 sweaters. It's like ridiculous. It's just basically sleeves on everything. I don't know. The next one that's in this bag is from Joji Locatelli. It's in Stroll DK in Haze Heather. This is beautiful lavender colorway. I love it. And I love this pattern. I did not realize that I was so close to finishing last podcast. And when I pulled it out, I was like, oh my God, I have the neckline in. Both sweaters I was like that with. So I have the neckline. I just have the sleeve. I have knit the sleeve 4 times already. Because it was a cropped sleeve and my arms are very, I don't like them. They're fat. So when you do a crop sleeve, it just looks, it molded to my body and I did not like it. So finally I have decided to do rapid decrease sleeve. I'm going all the way down and then I'm going to do a 2-inch cuff like it asks for over here. And just deal with it. But now I have to figure out the math to do the rapid decrease because I got to compensate for the actual pattern. So that's going to be but I just got to knit to that point and then I'm going to think. I don't know. Maybe when I get to this, I'll start decreasing a little bit to get to that point. But it's like, come on, get this done. And also, I would like to wear it. It's so beautiful. This yarn, let me tell you, I made a sweater in this. Even though it's black, I had to do it for a funeral. I live in that sweater. I love that sweater. I want to knit so many sweaters out of this yarn. It's so soft, so durable. It's wonderful because I usually make my sweaters in acrylic because I could just throw it in the wash and everything. But this one, oh my God, I can't. It is wonderful. So again, buy some Swish. I think I even have look at my down bar. I think I have a code for an affiliate too for this. Because I am affiliate with them. I think they gave me a code to get discount, or at least it says that you went through my link to get it. But I want to get every color in this. I wish they made more pastels, though. That's my only issue. I need pastels, and they don't have a lot of pastels anymore. But, oh my God, I could live in that yarn. I cannot wait to wear it. Okay, this one is so close to done. So close. It just took forever to do because of it's fingerling weight yarn on a size 4 needle. It's so much knitting. But I basically almost finished the body. When I get to the last skein of yarn, I start the sleeves on a t-shirt. This is a t-shirt one. And it is the Bonfire Tee by Samantha Gruen. Knit Pick Stroll. Another yarn. I think Stroll, I feel like it's the same exact yarn. Just this is fingerling weight and that is DK. It's so soft. I lived in the tweed version of this yarn. And this is dogwood and ash. And look how pretty that color work is. I'm just a little afraid that the ash is going to show through. I'm not a color work person too much. Like to knit it, I hate catching floats. When you're not having to catch floats, I'm pretty good at it. But when you have to catch floats, I'm like, oh, I hate it. But it's so pretty. I can't wait to wear this. And the only reason it's not done is because when I finished this sleeve, look how big the ribbing was. I did not like it. So I'm going to take that out and redo it. I had to order a needle for a 12-inch Chai in a size 2 I'm doing. So this was for a size 3. I went down 2 sizes. And, oh no, 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 no. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah. So look how much better it looks so far with the size 2. And it's stretchy still. Hopefully it's not going to look too stretchy on my arm. But I'm basically knitting 40 rounds in stockinette, and then I'm doing a 10-row cuff. Or ribbing. That's called, not a cuff. But that's what I'm going to do. And then when I'm done with both sleeves, then whatever yarn's left over, I'm going to add to that. I might just go straight to, I don't know how much I'm going to have left. I might just go straight to the ribbing when I add this in and be done with this. I'm very excited about finishing this. I'm hoping today I finish it. Keep my fingers crossed. Then that's one less thing around. Okay, next one. I might as well finish my sweater thing. This is for Justin. This is in Lily's. Lily Styles Me. She doesn't do bags either anymore. I am like depressed that everyone's closing. It's so sad. Lila Styles Me. I used to buy so many of her bags when I first started knitting. I haven't really been buying much. I feel bad now because they're all closing. It's very depressing. But this is something that I'm not, again, I might make it into a hat. I'm not doing a sweater pattern. It's too hard for me to do the math and everything. I can't. But this is yarn left over from, if you looked at the previous episode, my friend Ashley had a baby. I had to buy one of those Pound of Love yarns. Oh my God, that thing was so massive. I got a baby's blanket out of it. I got a whole sweater out of it. And I have enough for Justin, who's, again, I'm making like 10-year-old sweater size. I got the whole top of it. And basically what I did, I looked at the boy's sweater. I said, get to this many stitches. Okay. So then I looked at what the cast on, because again, that was a different thing. So I went looking at another pattern, what the cast on was to do a regular ribbing or collar. So I did that, cast it on, got to that point, and then I was going to separate the sleeves, which I did. And then I was just going to do a little, like, 1 row, 2 rows, 2 rows, 1 row. That's all I was going to do to fade it into the navy, because I knew it did not have enough blue to do that. Then I got creative, and this is where I messed up. I have to rip this whole thing out, the bottom part, and reknit it because of I don't like this, what I did. I feel like I should have done 3 rows of just the blue and then started doing the color work I made up. So I am going to rip this out, and I'm devastated I have to rip out because at this point I'm just at stockinette. So now I got to do more color work. But it's going to look so, so cute on him. So, and then the sleeves are just going to be navy. Maybe I'll have to do 3 rows just to make it match, 3 rows in the blue. I think that's why I did like that. But then I really hated where I picked up. I really, really hated that. So I think I'm going to do maybe 3 rows when I attach in the blue and then change to navy. I think I'm going to do. And then it'll be done. But it's so cute. I can't wait to finish this for him. I think once I finish those 3 sweaters, I'm going to focus on getting this set up, and then I can focus on the other one. And then I do want to cast on another sweater. I'm tired of looking at all these. I really want to knit something. And I have some acrylic yarn. I have like 1 bag left of acrylic yarn over here. I don't want to cast that one on right now, but I have a couple baskets up there of just when Joann's went out of business. Anything we could find a big twist. We know that other companies were going to get them. So I bought so much big twist. So I have these baskets I got at Joann's. They're on top of the cabinets. I don't want to move the camera or anything. But they're basically on top of the cabinets, and they have the acrylic yarn in it. So I have some in a Cookie Monster bag over here. I'm going to cast on one of those really quick and then put that yarn up there. And that's 1 less bag down here. My goal, get rid of all the extra bags. Everything just in 2 cabinets. That's how I know I have too much yarn. If I go past those 2 cabinets, I have too much yarn. I know I do, but I don't care. It's fine. And I now have the new thing. I just buy when I need something. That's my new motto that I've been doing for the last 2 years, and I've been doing pretty good. The only thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to get Chelsea yarn box every month, because I said I like her yarn a lot, and she has this cute bookish thing. I wish I would have gotten it last year, so I think I'm going to do it this year. I might cancel Yarnable to compensate for that. I don't know. We will find out. Now, my last 2 projects. This one, oh my God. I love this one so much. It is in a Molly Klein design bag. It's the Bloom Your Heart Out shawl. It's a lot of work. There's Japanese knitting in here. It's a lot. But I love it. I knit from here up so far. And I think I'm going to use this as my Sunday project when everyone's playing Fortnite and everything, to just pick this up and knit on this, a couple of repeats. I'm almost at the Japanese knitting part, which I can't wait to put the purple in. But it's La Bien Amie yarn in parchment. I might be wrong. This is Damask. And then this one is pink granite. Oh, wait. Oh, I got it. It's going to tell me what color this one is. Right? Please tell me. Yes, I'm right. Pink granite. So, and this is her label. I love her logo. So cute. So cute. I've had this yarn forever. And I have had this cast on since January 2023. Yeah, I have done nothing. I am using a US 3 2.5 millimeter. And the designer is Inese Sang. Inez Sang, I think. But the Bloom Your Heart Out shawl, she has beautiful patterns. I want to cast on another one of hers soon. Well, once I finish this, because her stuff is a lot of detail, I feel. Oh, this is from Lily Itty Bitty Delights. This cute little, love her too. I made that one. Every time I do a repeat, I add. This is, I think, Simply Serving or Circus Truffle. I don't know. She doesn't do them anymore either. I think she just does yarn now. Hogwarts. I got a lot of charms on here. And every time I do a repeat, I add it on. But I think I'm almost at adding this color. I can't wait to add this color in. And that's like these beautiful pants. Oh my God. I can't wait to finish this one. And then my last project is in another Molly Klein design bag. And this has been a nightmare. I'm going to say this is my one fail of Helen Stewart. Because I have been knitting on this bloody thing since April 2019. Backstory. Oh, first of all, let me show you what yarn I did. It's Miss Babs hand-dyed yarn in the Gradient set in Carmen. I got this as one of my first yarn kits when I used to go to Rhinebeck. I love this colorway. So, when I first started knitting it, I knew I wanted to do it with this colorway. And I did the edging like she said. I hate that edging. When you do a crescent shawl and it's the yarn over on the wrong side and the yarn over knit into the yarn over, I don't know what I do wrong. I don't know if it's supposed to feel like that. It feels tight. With this yarn in particular, it felt so tight. I got all the way down to the border and I felt how tight it was. And I was like, I hate this. I'm not going to wear this. It's just so aggravating. So I ripped the whole thing out, put it away. Then I took it out again, recast it on, figured out a thing, forgot what it was, did not write it in my notes like an idiot. And then I had to recast it on when I picked it up again. So now I have it written down. So basically what I'm doing is yarn oving on the purl side. I knit front and back in that yarn over. Knit one. And then I make one left or make one right, depending on what side of the shawl. I have it in my notes for the pattern. Then in order to go with the fade, I knit one row or 2 rows, basically right side and wrong side in the new color. Then I keep the old color attached. Then I knit 2 rows in that, and then I detach it. So it's making a nice little fade in there. Only thing I wish I did was, Helen Stewart does this really great thing where she does 15%, 30%, she tells you where everything is. So I was going by that, not realizing that there's 6 colors in this. So I did the math. Everything's going to work out. I think, as I said, I'm doing it 15%. But because I'm doing that, I was going to do the medium size I want to get this done with. And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, wow, this is getting really small, the colors. And I have a lot of yarn left over for each color. So I was like, dang it, I should have started it earlier. So that was my own stupid mistake. It is beautiful. And then sometimes with the yarn, I do a mistake and I have to rip back all the way. It's aggravating me. I think I've redone this, I don't know how many times. It's just, and you have to go back 4 rows every time you make a mistake. So it's aggravating. It's just not, I don't know if it's my head or what, because I'm usually really good at lace. This, or maybe it's too simple lace, that's why I'm messing up. I don't know. But I'm hoping to get past this. I'm almost at the border part. But then I'm like, maybe I'll start making the large size just so I can get more yarn in here, because it needs more yarn. Because I got these 3 colors left. So it's going to turn into like this kind of grayish color now. Grayish purple. Or maybe, am I at the right thing? Wait. Oh no, this is the other color. So these are going to come in, and this is the one I'm on now. See how it gets more grayish green? So I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing if I don't have that much green in there, because I do love purple. So we'll see what I do. I would like to finish that soon though. But right before I got sick, that's what I was knitting on that. That and the Noelle Scarflet. I was like, I had a game plan, people. I was getting there. And then I got sick, and that was the end of that. So then I'm trying to, I hate when you put down a project and then you pick it back up and you're like, what did I do? Even though I do mostly make perfect notes in my thing, sometimes I second guess did I really write that? Did I really do that? Is that right? So I'm really just want to finish these things because it's ridiculous. I'm really close. I think I only have 1 more page in the pattern of that shawl. And it would be nice to get it off. I would love to cast on the Edinburgh shawl. I think, like when you make 9 of the year, I haven't done that in a while, but when I was doing it, every year I'm like, Edinburgh. Never knit it. I don't know why. I want this to be the year I knit the Edinburgh. I have to find the right yarn too. I don't know what. I love the colors she used in it. That's my thing. I do have some La Bien-Aimée. I think she made a La Bien-Aimée. I do have some of her yarn from other shawl kits I bought from her that she made other shawls. And I have not using it. Maybe I'll use it for that. I don't know. It's like this kind of like, I think I want to do pink and browns maybe in it. Again, I don't really have brown yarn. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get to that. But that's basically what I want to do. I want to get rid of these. So hopefully next time you see me, I will have at least 2 or 3 of these projects off the needles. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, so that's it for the knitting content. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're just here for knitting, if you're here for Cozy Mysteries, here we go. So, I did not read that much, unfortunately. I am currently reading Sally Goldenbaum, A Holiday Yarn. This is a Seaside Knitters, right? Yes, Seaside Knitters Mystery. And it's really interesting because this is not Kensington. Kensington actually has this series now. So it's called something else. But the first book's in it is called Seaside Knitters. And this is the 3rd one in the series. I have been saying I wanted to read this for a long time. And it has been there. I've been waiting for Christmas. Every year when Christmas comes, do I pick up a book? Nope. I end up not reading during Christmas. And this year, because of being sick, happened. So I've only read 2 books this month. And I'm still reading it. It's very aggravating to me. So this one's like a kind of like a sentimental, cozy mystery. So that's another reason why it's like, okay, yeah, I don't need to everyone's feelings every 5 minutes. But other than that, I love the characters. There's an old lady in here. I love old ladies. I'm telling you, they are the best. And I love reading about them. They're feisty as all hell. So I do recommend this series. It's just, it takes me a little while because it's sentimental stuff. This one is called Beyond a Reasonable Donut by Ginger Bolton. It's a Deputy Donut series. Basically, the cat is Deputy Donut, is the mascot for the donut shop. Her husband died he's a police force, so his husband died. All the police cops go to the donut place. Her father-in-law, who was a police chief, works there too. And there's a fair going on, and a murder happens at the fair, and she goes to help try to figure out who the murderer is because her assistant is getting accused of this murder. It's actually really interesting. There was like a whole thing with hidden family and everything. I really was enthralled in this one. And I forced myself to read it right in November because there's a Christmas book in this. So I might, hopefully this month, read the Christmas one so I can continue, because I think I only got 3 more books at the end of this to finish the series. The next one, oh my God, this is one of my favorite series. It's such a great series. It is by Valerie Burns. It's a Baker Street mystery. For the Cozy Mystery Book Club in November, we had to read, let me see what the first one is. 2 parts sugar, 1 part murder. I love this series. It's my top 5, definitely. I didn't think I was going to like it that much. The hashtags were a little bit annoying in the first book, but the characters, oh my God, they're brilliant. I love the dog. They call it Baby. She's this big, massive dog, and she's very self-centered. And by the end of the book, she learns about family and everything, and she ends up just total change in personality. Still a little self-centered, but then she runs a bakery and everything that her aunt gave her, because when the mother died, the father took her away, and the aunt was like, we got to get this girl, stop being so spoiled. And so she got married, and she was going to get married, and she got left at the altar, and the aunt died, left her this bakery and house, and she ends up stalling upon this murder. So the first 3 books in the series is connected. It's so enthralling. It's like J.K. Rowling. You know how like she planned the last book and she had little clues in the first book to get to the last book? That's what this is like. I read the first 3 books in 3 days. I'm not kidding. And I don't really read 1 book in 1 day. I could not put this series down. So I thought it was just going to be a trilogy. She came out with a 4th one. It was just as good. And now she's getting married, and she's working her bake shop at a bridal expo. So she's trying to plan a wedding, and a murder happens at the bridal expo. So she has to solve it. So good. Oh my God, I love it. It's like another Scooby Gang. That's what they refer to themselves, I think, in this one too. Scooby Gang. That and the Diva ones. They always do Scooby. But it's such a great series. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Love it. The next one is Murder at the Christmas Cookie Bake Off by Darci Hannah. And I read this one. This is the only one I read in December. It's sad. It's such a great series. And actually, it's the first book, which I read last year, is going to be at in the Cozy Mystery Book Club, which was run by Angela. Go look it up. There's a link down below for the Cozy Mystery Book Club. Every month we read a book, and then the last Tuesday of the month we do a live stream. I've been a host a couple of times on it. I love Angela. She is fabulous. Join this book club if you love cozy mysteries. And this is going to be, it's later in the year. I think it's like May maybe, or September. I want to say it's May. I don't know. But it's a great series. And she basically stopped working at Wall Street. She moved to this place in, is it Maine maybe? Up the U.S. in the north. And she falls in love with this guy who is kind of like an FBI agent hiding out. And she bought a lighthouse and she made a bakery out of it. So this one, there's a crazy woman in the town who has a Christmas tree shop. So she basically strong arms everyone in the town to join this cookie bake-off. Gives them no choice. And then she, as the baker, a lot of the store owners are like, can you make me this cookie? So she made a lot of cookies. The woman's having a fit that she made the cookies. And then the celebrity chef comes in, and then whoever is voted the most popular cookie goes to the bake-off that's aired on TV. And of course she got picked. So the woman's having a fit that she's up against her. And then the guy that's the judge ends up dead. So they have to figure out who killed him. So good. I enjoyed it so much. Another big dog. It's fun. All right, this one is a new book. I read this earlier in the year. There's a couple books I'm trying to catch up because again, I podcast a lot. So this is one of them. It's a new series. It's the Carol and Poopy, that's her dog. Mysteries, A Matter of Pedigree by Leslie Meyer. She does another series. I forgot what it is. I did enjoy this. The only thing I didn't like in it is it's an Italian family. I'm Italian. I hate that they automatically go saying Italians and mafia. And they're all stupid. I went to Manhattanville College. I'm not stupid. So it just drives me crazy that as soon as you get an Italian person, they're the Sopranos. I know a lot of Italian people. I have a big Italian family. No one is that stupid. I don't know why they automatically assume we're stupid. But so that was a little bit thing. And then she left the dog in the car, so I got mad at that because she wanted to give the dog Valium. But I love my dog. I love my dog so much. But he's barking, so I need to give him Valium. I was like, what? So that there's a little things that didn't add up in the book because of that. And the dog didn't really have too much. I don't know why they call it that. But the story was good. I did enjoy that. But again, the whole Italian thing, that gave a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I was just like, no. Like, why you keep acting like you're an idiot? And she's a fashionista, and they make her very superficial. So she's stupid, superficial. And actually, I think she was French because her mother was in France. I don't understand. It was a little confusing. The story was good, though. I would read the second book in the series, but I wasn't, like, head over heels in love with this one. So, again, So, this one I gave it, like 3 stars, I think, when I gave it. But I did read it fast, so the story was good. But I just had little things with the dog and the Italian aspect to it. So, and that is it I've read. Oh, wait, I know I've read one more. I can't show you the picture because when I showed you last, let me see if it will let me do it. It was very blown out. But it was, let me see if I can find it. Did I delete it? No, here. Yeah, I'm read this one. Actually, I think I have like a little bit more. It's Pride and Prejudice and Potions, Jane's Story. Oh yeah, that one looks good. I think last time I tried to show it, it was really bad. One of them. So it's basically Pride and Prejudice, and they take it to like they put like their witches, and they live in a town, and other Austen characters are in this town. So it's a lot of fun, the whole series. This one is by Rebecca J. Yokery, and this one was Jane's Story. So it was about Jane and Bingley and them. There's a murder mystery going on at the conference he's holding, as she was a photographer for it. So it was entertaining. I do like them a lot. It's just because I'm being a, what do you call it, ARC reader for it. It's like every so many weeks there's another book come out. I haven't seen a few books, so I'm like 1 or 2 behind. Again, one was Christmas. I should have read it. Ugh, I hate being sick. So I got to read that one next. But it's a cute series. I definitely recommend it. I think the first one, it's Elizabeth Stories. And it was by, let me show you the name of that one. Just so you know what that one is. And that's all the books I read. Because, wait, let me go right here. I know how to just, I've read Kitty. Did I ever tell you about Kitty's story? I think I did. Yeah, so the first one is Lizzie's Story, Pride and Prejudice and Potions. I don't know if you can see that. It's the purple book. And it is by Laura M. Drake. So check that one out. That's the first in the series. I'm up to like the 6th one, I think it is now. Yeah, I'm up. No, the 5th one I'm up. So I'm going to be reading the 6th one. So, and the one after that one is going to be, Anne's Story. So it's a good series. I really enjoyed it. I like the magic aspect to it, and I just love anything with Jane Austen I'm happy about. So, yeah. So that's all I did. So I hope you liked and subscribed to this channel. Hope you all are having a wonderful new year, and I will see you again soon. Bye.